So hello everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about the operators, the types of operators that we have. And once you have the better understanding of them, we are going to next move to how to make our program to make certain decisions. So as I said in the last video, we are going to make them to decide between 2 or 3 options, or who knows, like multiple options. But let's go one step at a time. So yeah, operators. First of all, we'll discuss about arithmetic operators. I assume like everyone over here will be having some basic idea about how this arithmetic operators works. The only thing that might be like difficult for you is this modulus symbol, because pretty much everyone here would have used this modulus symbol to represent percentage. Unlike over here, we'll be using them to say, yeah, it's mentioned over here, reminder. Just ignore this part as increment and decrement. Of course, we'll discuss that part later. But as of now, let's focus on addition to modulus. Finally, we'll come to decrement and increment. So, yes, of course, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and all. Modulus, as I said, it gives us reminder how to use them. Yeah, rather than much of talk, we can directly jump to code part. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this code. I'm going to create a int memory. Beside it also another int memory. So what I'm going to give is a value called 10 and 20. So C is equal to int C is equal to, okay, I've written like Python 10 comma 20. So usually we write the before way like in Python, but here we have to write in this way. So if I use addition and if I try to print the C value, let me give like output is, let me give a text, output is, and we have to give a plus symbol over here, denoting like output is a straightforward text that I've given that will be printed, and beside it, appending to it using a plus symbol, I'm printing C. Okay, yeah, you can see we are getting answer as 30. So what happens if I use a minus 10 minus 20, that is minus 10, you get it, divide 0. Reason is 10 divided by 20 will give us some float values, right? So what I will do, use float and say like float of A divided by float of B. So this is one of the thing that I would have taught, I should have taught you before itself. So this is nothing but typecast. So we know A and B are actually in data type, so they deal with numbers only. So if I divide a number 10 divided by number 20, it will give us actual whole numbers, which will be like 0.5. When it converted to whole number part, it's just 0. That's why we are getting answer as 0. But if I convert A to be a float data type and B to be a float data type and divide to two float values, I will get the answer also in float. So how this might work means, yeah, just see it for yourself. We are getting 0.5, that is the actual answer. And to denote it, whatever that I've written in brackets, so float in bracket and then I've written A, right? That denotes like I'm converting integer data type A to float data type. You can do it for many other things also. Quickly, I can create a variable called char ch is equal to integer of 65.12. So what do you think it will happen? Like I'm converting 65.12 actually to an integer. So we'll just take the view of whole numbers and keep it inside our character. So when I try to print ch, you can see uppercase A is obtained, which is the ASCII value of, 65 is the ASCII value of A. So that's how it works. So this is how typecast works. Whatever the data type that we mentioned in the bracket, that is said to be typecast. So I hope you would have got some idea. Moving further, now is the main part. Like let's go to modulus symbol. So I've written A and B modulus A, and I've given C. People will think like remainder, right? So technically 20 is divided by 10 and the quotient is 2, but what about the remainder? Nothing is remainder. So technically we'll get an output to be 0. But if I add a 1 over here, that means 21 divided by 10. So 21 divided by 10 is 2 point something. But if you see for a remainder means 1 is not getting equivalently divided. So the remainder is 1. So if I give 25, 25 divided by 10 means up to 20, the 10 divides it, but the remaining 5 is not divided. So we get 5 as the answer. So this is how the modulus symbol works. Assuming that you would have got this idea, if not, please replay the same video and try to get the picture of it. I would recommend to pause the video in between if it is necessary, and side by side itself, try to code it and see, because once you end this video and you think like, sir, maybe later I can practice, means no, that won't happen. Okay, just keep that in mind. And yeah, okay, back to our work. Let me give A to be a value called 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write like A plus plus, and I'm going to print A over here. So let me tell this plus plus is incrementation, which will add exactly one value to my present latest value. So my latest value of A is 6. So plus 1 is 7. So let me check the output. 7. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this plus plus before it. Plus plus A. So assuming I would get some different answer. No, I got the same one. Okay. So for you to understand, I will tell like, if I put plus plus before, even I'll write it as comment over here. Plus plus A means pre-incrementation, and A plus plus means post incrementation. So what these two has to do? Like if I put a plus plus at the post means it is said to be post incrementation. If I put the plus plus before the variable means it is pre-incrementation. So let us see in the working phase. I'll write a basic say a sample code and see how it works. Output of A. Fine. So what I've done is output A's value, and output B's value. In between you might find like, sir, what is this backslash n? That is nothing but a symbol that is given to give a new line. So after output A and A's value, I will get a new line, and in the next line I will get output B. Let me run it and show to you. You can see like I've given the print statement in a single flow, but it is giving us new line exactly after the backslash n. For that only we use. And as of output, you see means both are having a value called what to say? Yeah, 7 and 7. The reason is I've used pre-incrementation. So what is so special about pre-incrementation means, you see, I will just better go with writing for this one. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is, yeah. So see here, I'm going to have a RAM storage. There are going to be a memory block called as A, and there are going to be a memory block called as B. And in A, I'm having a value called 6. In B, I'm having nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write like B is equal to plus plus A. So what is the rule of pre-incrementation is update the latest value before end of statement. So by before end of statement, I mean either before reaching a semicolon or else a comma. Both are said to be end of statements in Java language. So if you see carefully, if it is a plus plus a, that means plus plus is given before the variable, means pre-incrementation, and by pre-incrementation, before reaching the semicolon, I have to increment the a plus 1 value in the a memory block. So when I have assigned the a value to b, that means I have done this operation. That means I am crossing the semicolon. So before assigning the value, you have to update my a value to 7. So by like after doing that part only, you have to assign the value to b. So I don't know why you are not getting this update. Ah, you got it. So yeah, as I said, but in other words, if I'm having any other scenario, okay, why not? Let it be. Fine. I'll write it over here. If I'm having like b is equal to a plus plus post operation, that means the plus 1 should be done only after assigning, after crossing that semicolon. That means after assigning value to b. So yeah, let me get back to this. Okay, there is a slight lag in this text format. Just give it a second. So what do you think will happen if I give like b is equal to a plus plus? So a is initially 6. So I have to assign that 6 value to b. So what I will do, I will assign the value of 6 to b, and after crossing the semicolon only, I will be updating the value of a. That means that plus 1 will be given only after assigning the value to b. So technically b will be assigned with the existing value, that is 6. Value of a will be assigned to b, and then only the plus plus is done, and as you can see, a will become 7, right? So enough of this theory part. Now let's quickly jump into how it works in the code section. Yeah, done. So let me move to the program area and let me type some code. So as you can see, plus plus is done first. So it will become 7 and then only update and give it to you. But if I make any slight change, a plus plus, you can see b remains 6 because before adding that one, a values, a's current value is being sent to b. That's how it works. Fine. So now tell me what happen if I'm willing to give like a minus minus. That means it should decrement a value 1 to the existing value of a. But you think like, should I assign the current value of a to b? That is, b should be kept as 6 and then I should subtract a to 5, or I should subtract a to 5 and assign that value 5 to my b value. So if you want, pause the video and just have a thought, or else if you want to replay it and see, just replay it and see. Assuming that you would have got to an conclusion, I will say, so since it is a post decrementation, minus minus is given afterwards. First of all, the current value of a is given to b. That means 6 is assigned to b, and then the decrementation is done. So a value becomes 5. So that's how incrementation and decrementation works. So we have few more other data types to be seen. Yeah, relational operator. So we will execute this relational operator and see when we come to the decision making areas, but I want you to understand what these actually mean. Equal to is actually like denoting if some value is particularly equal to the other value, means then it's equal to. Not equal to, the exact opposite of that. So you can see like greater than, less than, and again the same coming with the or equal to. So if I ask like, is 10 greater than 10, is it true or false? Of course it is false, because 10 is actually equal to 10. It is not greater than 10. So that's why if I write like 10 greater than 10, that is false. But if I go for this option, 10 greater than equal to 10, 10 might not be greater than 10, but it is actually equal to 10. So this Greater than equal to option will work if 10 and 10 are given, but that third option will not work. Greater than option will not work. That's how the relational operator works. So apart from that means what we have next, and or not. Pretty much we'll have this concept to be executed when we come to conditional statements, which we are going to start within a few moments. And assignment operator is pretty much nothing, so you're writing like x is equal to x plus 3 or x is equal to x minus 2. So these statements can be written in a short format. So if you want to see that means, I'll just type it and show it to you. So if I want to write like b is equal to a plus 2, sorry, a plus 3, let me run this. So you can see like b is having a value of 9. But instead of this, let's say like I want to have like a is equal to a plus 3. Let me run this. Okay, it's saying like b is not having any value. Okay, I'll erase the part of b. There is no issues. Done. Now let me run this. So you're getting a is equal to 9. You see, I'm taking a value from a, adding a value to a, and sending the answer to a itself. So the receiving end and the commuting end are both the same. So in these scenarios, instead of writing this much big statements, I can simply put it into this format. A, instead of writing a equal to a plus 3, I can write as a plus equal to 3. Both works in the same way. If I write a minus equal to 3, 6 minus 3 is 3. You get it. A divide equal to 3. You get it. So that's how this assignment operator works. So moving on, what do we have next? Ternary operator. So this is more like the same true or false situation. Let's say like I'm gonna verify whether you are eligible to vote. Imagine what is the age, legal age for representing your vote in any legislative elections. So int age equal to whatever the age that you say. Now this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teach you something, one more thing. So how to import packages. Import java.util.scanner. You can give like java.util.star to import every package that is available inside this util. But as of now, particularly I need just scanner, so I'm just going with scanner. What is this scanner, sir? So until now, we were like just giving a direct value to the system, and the system is giving us the input. So instead of this process, we can let the client server to actually to give some user defined response. So how to make it, I'll teach you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type scanner and I'm going to give any name. You can, this sh can be anything that you want to mention. For scanner, I'm just giving sh and I'm saying like new scanner system dot in. So as of now, don't focus much on like why this is scanner is mentioned 2 times, why there is a new, why there is a sh and all. In this syntax, sh is more like an object. It's not more like an object, it's exactly an object. So this sh is going to allow you to get input from the user. So here over here, what I'm going to write is int age is equal to, instead of writing a number, I'm going to say like sh dot. You can see like there is a mini pop-up over here. I'm going to use next int because I'm gonna get an integer value for this int age, right? Okay. Moving on to this ternary condition. Okay. Yeah. So to understand ternary operator condition, I've written a small code over here. You can see like import java util scanner is there. This import java util scanner is nothing but a package, a particular class from a package called java.util is obtained. So why we are obtaining this scanner? This scanner allows us to scan input. As of this moment, don't worry about, sir, what is scanner, how we are using it. Nothing. Keep in mind like scanner is actually a class that is used for us to get input from the user. So we have to write this small phrase, scanner sh is equal to new scanner system.in. In this part, everything should be written as it is. except this sh. You can write sc or sh, whatever that you want. I'm using sh, and I've written int age is equal to sh dot next int. This sh dot next int denotes like I'm going to scan an input in an integer format, and based on this integer we are going to write a ternary operator condition. If the age is said to be greater than or equal to 18, whatever that I write after this question mark will be executed if the age is greater than or equal to 18. What I'm going to write here, system dot out dot print eligible, or else what I'm going to write is system dot out dot print not eligible. So what I've written over here is I've written a condition where if the age is greater than or equal to 18, and I've written a question mark and a colon, which separates a print statement having eligible as text and another print statement having not eligible as text. If this condition age greater than 18, greater than or equal to 18 passes, means whatever that is written after the question mark will be executed. If the condition fails, means whatever that is written after colon will be executed. So shall we check? So when I run this, I'm getting an error. To check exactly what error am I facing. Okay, it means like it is not allowing me to write two different system statements. Okay, let us put it in some other way. Yeah, rest all is correct. Let us put it in some other way. System dot out dot print. What I'm going to print is if age is greater than or equal to 18, means print eligible, or else not eligible. I hope this works, finger crossed. Seems like there is no error. So, okay, age should be mentioned. So, why you can't see any output over here is because it is asking for our input. In line number 9, we have given like int age is equal to sh dot next. So, we have to give some number. Let's say like I'm giving a number called 17, which is not eligible. So, I'm getting not eligible. If I rerun it and give a number called 20, eligible. So, this is what is ternary operator. So, based on this condition, it just decides which one to execute, whether should we give it as eligible or ineligible. So if you are having a doubt in this or you need some time to practice, means pause the video and move further. The next thing after this we are going to practice is conditional statements, which is very much important to write some decision making codes.